Hello guys, good day. So for today, we're going to discuss another topic under structural theory. That topic is determinacy and stability of structure. So brief introduction about the topic. So stability and determinacy is quite an easy topic, but sometimes the students find it difficult to solve this type of problem, especially if they are memorizing the formula. Actually, you don't need to memorize the formula. You just need to understand the concept in order to solve or to recall what are those formulas, no? So, ano nga ba yung concept na sinasabi ko? Yung concept na sinasabi ko is dapat yung equation na kaya mong i-produce is equal to the unknowns na unknown dun sa structure na sinosolve mo. Ano nga ba yung equation na sinasabi ko? Yung equation na sinasabi ko is equation of equilibrium. Ano ba yon? Summation forces X, summation forces Y, summation moment. So, dapat yung tatlo na yon kaya niyang masolve yung structure mo. Kapag kaya niyang masolve yung structure mo, determinate na yon. So, yung stability, another issue. Mamaya, di-discuss natin. But basically, doon lang nagre-revolve yung concept. So, napakadali, di ba? And in the board exam, sometimes these problems are 3/75, no? So, sayang naman yung 3 points nyo kung hindi nyo masasagutan yung determinacy, kung napakadali lang niya. If you do know how to add, how to multiply, so napakadali lang na itong topic na to. So, again, before each of my lecture, dapat pinapaintindi ko sa inyo kung bakit ba natin kailangan pag-aralan yung determinacy and stability. What is the importance of this one? So, determinacy helps us understand or give a hint on how to attack each of the structural problems. Kapag nalaman natin na determinate yung problem, iba yung atake natin. Kapag nalaman natin na indeterminate yung problem, iba rin yung atake natin. Kasi pag inatake natin ng indeterminate yung determinate, mahirapan lang tayo. No? So, kaya, before the structure can be solved, kailangan muna natin alamin yung determinacy and stability niya. Kapag stable yung structure, okay, kaya nating solving yan. Kapag unstable, so of course, it will cause collapsible mechanism or maaaring mag-collapse. So, may gagawin tayong tweak para maging stable siya, no? So, ganun lang po. No? So, ngayon, paano ba natin ma-classify if the structure is determinate or indeterminate? Like I said, the unknowns must be equivalent to the equations that you can generate, which is the equilibrium equation. So for example, I have two figure here. I have two photos. For the first photo on the left side, as you can see, we have a beam supported by a corbel. So ang tawag po dito corbel. Sometimes you can see this in LRT station, MRT station. Meron pong corbel dyan. Yung corbel can be classified into a roller support or pin support. It depends, no, on how the structural engineer designed it. So, if that is a roller, yung isa mo ay roller, assuming tapos yung isa mo ay pin, how many unknowns do we have? So, kapag roller, we have 1 unknowns. Sana alam nyo na yan nung inyong statics, no? Kapag pin, we have 2 unknowns. So, 1 plus 2, so that is 3 unknowns. Again, equation of equilibrium, summation forces X, summation forces Y, summation moment, that would be 3 unknowns. So, 3 equations. So, 3 equation, 3 unknowns. So, definitely, yung figure to the left or yung photo to the left is statically determinate. Okay? How about to the right? So, as you can see, we have a framing system. Ngayon, kapag framing system tayo, nakasupport tayo dito sa pinakailalim, no? Kapag kasi continuous yan para sabay binuhusan ngayon. So, pinakailalim, if we have a fixed support, remember, we will be having 3 unknowns. Plus, each of the members should contain 3 unknowns as well. So, kapag ganyan, continuous yung connection ng column tsaka beam, so you can say that the framing system is statically indeterminate. So, kapag indeterminate yung structure, we cannot solve this using equilibrium equation alone. We need additional equation based on different concept in order to solve this type of structure. Yan yung sinasabi ko na importansya ng pagkakaalam ng determinacy and stability of structure. Okay? So ngayon, yung determinacy and stability of structure can be divided into 3. So determinacy and stability of beams, determinacy and stability of trusses, and finally determinacy and stability of frames. Each of them should contain different formulas, but the concept still remains the same. The unknowns must be equivalent to the equations that you can generate. Okay? So ngayon, before we start, let's review some of the concept or support condition that we need to consider if we are solving for determinacy. Kasi nga, yung mga support condition is known as the unknown. known as the unknown. Basta yung unknown nila, no? So ngayon, kung hindi mo alam yung unknown ng different support condition, mahirapan ka. Okay? So kapag roller, kapag rocker, kapag length, basically we have one unknown. Kapag hinge naman, eto, nasa baba. So we have two unknowns. Ganyan itsura. I know you already seen this, no? Kapag fixed, we have three unknowns. So yung roller, you basically the reaction or the unknowns is perpendicular to the surface. So for example, we have this surface, no? So ayan, as you can see, perpendicular yung direction ng reaction. So ganun din sa rocker, sa length naman along the direction of the length. So kapag hinge, we have x and y reaction. So right here. Kapag fixed naman, so we will be having another unknown. So that is the moment aside from x and y reaction. So ngayon, how do we determine the support condition if we're dealing with real life situation? So kasi ito in diagram to eh, in diagram. What if in real life situation, makita mo, paano kaya maka-classify yung roller sa pin? So ngayon, kapag pin connected class, as you can see here in their figure, no, we have an I-beam or W-shaped na column, tapos W-shaped din na beam. If isa lang yung connected or yung web lang, ang tawag kasi dito class sa gitna, sa steel, ay web. Kapag web lang yung connected, it cannot be classified as a fixed support. So therefore, that is a pin support. Kapag pin, ibig sabihin na meron kang reaction papunta dito, meron kang reaction pataas. O yan lang yung kinokontra niya, wala siyang kinokontrang moment. Ngayon, kapag all of the members of the steel beam is connected, just like this one, yung top or yung flange is connected by a welding, yung baba is connected by a welding, then naka-bolt yung web, tas naka-stiffener pa, it will provide a fixed connection. So, kaya niyang makapag-support ng moment. So, therefore, we can consider this as fixed support. So, paano naman kapag naka-corbel or concrete? So, ngayon, kapag naka-corbel, again, it will be classified as a roller kapag may roller connection. Ngayon, kapag ganito naman yung scenario, as you can see, yung steel dumidiretso sa baba, tsaka dumidiretso sa taas, this type of connection can be classified as a fixed connection kasi sobrang tibay niyan, no? So, ngayon, pwede mo yan i-classify as 1, 2, and 3 unknowns, no? So, ito 1 unknown lang kasi meron kang roller doon. Hindi niya mapipigilan yung movement papunta sa horizontal, okay? So, that's how we classify a structure if it is pin or fixed connected or roller connected, no? So, compared to the diagram that we are familiar with each of the problem. Kasi ganito lang yung binibigay eh. O what if totoong buhay na, okay? So ngayon, why do we need to study, or why do we need to understand, or why do we need to solve determinate structure? So most of the structure is designed today, or most of the structure designed today are statically indeterminate. So bakit nga ba indeterminate? Mamaya explain natin, no? So, sabi niya, halos lahat ng structure ngayon indeterminate. So, reinforced concrete buildings are considered in most cases as statically indeterminate structure since the column and beams are poured as continuous member through the joints and over the support. So, kapag rigidly connected daw yung columns tsaka beams, so tapos interconnected sila, tas marami, so that is most cases is a statically indeterminate structure. More stable compared to determinate structure, in other words, safer. So, kaya mas maraming dinidesign ngayon na indeterminate structure kasi stable, mas stable siya, tsaka mas safer. Ibig sabihin, hindi porket determinate yung structure, maganda na siya. Actually, hindi nga siya maganda kasi maganda nga yung indeterminate kasi mas stable siya, tsaka mas economical. So, sabi dito sa pang-apat, in most cases, more economical than determinate structure. Bakit ko nga ba nasabi na stable siya, tapos safer siya, tapos economical siya? Bakit natin nasabi yon? So, pag-comprehend natin, no? So, in deflection, if you're solving for the deflection of determinate structure, so ito yung formula. So, ngayon, if you have a single concentrated loading at the center, so the formula for deflection is PL cubed over 48 EI. So, ngayon, kapag you have a same loading, tapos indeterminate siya, again, paano ito naging determinate? Isang pin, isang roller. 3 unknowns, 3 equation of equilibrium, solvable. So, yan, determinate. Ito, fixed, tatlo lang yung equation na kaya mong ma-produce, indeterminate, no? So, kapag kinompare natin yung deflection nila based on stability, mananalo agad si indeterminate structure. Bakit? Mas maliit yung deflection niya eh, kasi mas malaki yung denominator mo, ibig sabihin, yung lalabas na value for the deflection is much more smaller compared to determinate structure. Kasi 48 lang yung denominator nito. Ibig sabihin, mas stable siya in terms of deflection. How about in terms of stresses or moment? Ngayon, if you're going to solve for the moment of a single concentrated loading presented on the center, tapos determinate yung structure, simply supported, you will find the formula PL over 4. Yan yung maximum moment. Ngayon naman, kapag meron ka naman single concentrated loading, ang moment mo naman is PL over 8. So as you can see, anong mas maliit na moment sa kanila? Yung PL over 8 pa din kasi mas malaki yung denominator. So pag mas malaki yung denominator, mas maliit yung moment. Therefore, you will need less steel. So less material na kailangan para ma-design yung structure. Okay? So kasi ito, yung deflection kasi related siya sa EI. So yung E is material properties, yung I is the section. No, kung gaano kalaki yung section mo. So kapag mas maliit, mas economical, no? Syempre, ganun din sa stress. Kapag mas maliit yung stress, mas maliit din yung material na kailangan mong gamitin. So, therefore, becoming economical. So, mas maganda talaga yung indeterminate structure. Okay? So, ngayon, a structure or one of its element is equilibrium when it maintains a balance of a force and a moment. So, sabi natin, meron tayong 3 equation of equilibrium na kayang maproduce in each of the structure. Kapag kaya nating solvein yan using 3 equations, that is statically determinate. Okay? So, determinacy. When all of the forces in the structure can be determined from the equilibrium equations, the structure is called statically determinate. A structure having more unknown forces than available equilibrium equation is called statically indeterminate. So, nasabi na natin yan kanina. So, ngayon, let's check for determinacy, or how do we check for determinacy and stability of structure? First thing you need to do is count the total number of support reaction. That will be your unknowns, no? And then number 2, count the total number of internal forces, Fi, that can be transmitted through internal hinges and internal rollers of the structure. Kapag internal hinge, magdadagdag ka ng 2 unknowns. Kapag internal roller, magdadagdag ka ng 1 unknown. So, ano ba yung internal hinge? Ano ba yung internal roller? So, yung internal hinge po, class, yung kapag meron kang sinusolve na problem, tas may nakaganyan, tas may nakaturo na hinge. So, kapag may nakaturo na hinge yan, automatic, that is an internal hinge. So, kapag merong dot doon sa beam mo. So, ano naman internal roller? So, actually, we have 2 kinds of roller na internal. Baka magkalituhan eh. So, pag may ganito po, that is not called internal roller. Hindi yan yung tinutukoy dito. Hindi po yan. X po yan. So, ngayon, ano ba yung internal roller na tinutukoy dyan? So, kapag merong gantong klaseng beam, no? Yung nakapatong, yung dalawang beam nakapatong sa roller, so kapag ganyan yung scenario, yan yung tinutukoy na internal roller dito. Magdadagdag ka ng 1 unknowns. So, number 3, determine the total number of unknowns. That's basically the number of reaction plus the number of internal forces. Okay? So, after that, count the total number of rigid portions or members N contained in the structure. Each of the rigid member or portion of the structure must satisfy T equilibrium equation. Thus, the total number of equation available for the entire structure is 3N. Ibig sabihin, each number of rigid members, kaya mo makapag-produce ng 3 equation of equilibrium. Kapag ganun yung scenario, mag-multiply ka lang ng 3 dun sa n number of members mo, that will be the total number of equations that you can generate. Okay? So, number 6, compare the total number of unknowns, R plus Fi, versus the total number of equation. If R plus Fi is less than 3n, that is unstable. So, ibig sabihin, hindi mo pwedeng i-design yung structure, magko-collapse. So, unstable. Externally, take note, meron pang internally. So, that is externally. So, R plus Fi is equals to 3n. Kapag equal, the structure is determinate. Ibig sabihin, kaya mo siyang masolve using equilibrium equation alone. Okay? So, pag R plus Fi naman is greater than 3n, ibig sabihin, the structure is statically indeterminate externally. So, ngayon, kapag indeterminate, sometimes pinapahanap yung degree of indeterminacy. But how can you identify the degree of indeterminacy? E di ima-minus mo lang yung total number of unknowns versus the total number of equations that you can generate. So, that is the degree of indeterminacy. Remember, this formula is just for beams. And this is external stability. Meron pang internal. Mamaya i-discuss naman natin. Okay? So, as an example, we have here a figure. No? So ngayon, determine the external stability of structure indicate if it is unstable, statically determinate, or statically indeterminate. If it is indeterminate, determine the degree of indeterminacy. So ngayon, if we have a fixed support, remember we have three reactions here. So ngayon, again, this is not an internal roller presented as an internal, ito, babalikan natin ha, internal forces. Hindi po yan yun ha. Roller lang yan. So kapag ganyan yung scenario, another one, kasi reaction din yan, may isang reaction. So ito, another one. So how many R do we have? So yung R natin, 3 plus 1 plus 1, that is 5. So ngayon, wala tayong Fi. So Fi natin is 0. Remember, this is not an internal roller that yung na tinutukoy dun sa unang statement natin. No? So ngayon, how many rigid members do we have? So isang rigid members lang naman yan, hindi na putol. So yung N natin is equals to 1. Okay? So ano sabi natin? R plus Fi versus 3N. So yung R plus Fi natin is 5 plus 0. So ngayon yung 3N natin is 3 kasi 3 times 1 is 3. So ngayon, 5 versus 3. So mas marami yung unknown compared to the equations that you can generate. So this beam is statically indeterminate to the ilang degree. Pag ma-minusin mo lang yung unknowns versus the equations. So 5 minus 3, that is statically indeterminate to the second degree. Okay? So hopefully nakakasunod. So kung di nakakasunod, meron pa tayong another example here. So we have an example. So ngayon meron tayong fixed support and then another fixed support. Again, kapag fixed support, we have 3 reactions and then another 3 reactions here. Meron tayong internal hinge, so we have Fi na 2. So R natin should be equivalent to 6. Yung Fi natin should be equivalent to 2. Ngayon, ano yung N natin? Yung N natin plus naputol sa dalawa. So 1 and 2. So yung N natin should be equivalent to 2. Okay? So ngayon, R plus Fi, that is 8. Tapos 3N, remember 3N yung kabila. So yung 3N natin, that is equivalent to 6. So ngayon, that 8 is greater than 6. So this is statically indeterminate to the second degree. Okay? Again if you remember the formula, R plus Fi, tapos versus 3N. So yung N natin is 2, 3 times 2, 6. R, 6 plus 2, 8. So, statically indeterminate to the second degree. Externally remember, externally pa lang to. Okay? So, ngayon, let's discuss this or let's solve this problem. So, we have an internal roller, no? Ayan. Okay. So, ngayon, we have a fixed support. So, 3 na naman dito. So, yung Fi natin dito, another 1, no? Tapos ito, 1 din. So, how many equations or how many unknowns do we have? So, hindi ko na susulat yung R plus Fi, no? Alam nyo na yon. So, we have 5 unknowns versus equations that we can generate. How many N do we have? 1, 2, 3N. So, ilan yon? 3 times 2, that is 6. So, 6 is greater than 5. Since the unknowns is less than the equations that you can generate, this is automatically unstable. Okay? Kapag yung equation, mas marami doon sa unknowns, unstable po yung problem. So, unstable, actually, if you inspect it, unstable talaga siya kasi kapag naglagay ka ng loading papunta dito, gugulong yan o babagsak yan. Okay? Kasi wala siyang support horizontally. Okay? So, ngayon, let's try to solve this problem. So, we have 2. Tapos, internal hinge, another 2 unknowns, plus 1, 2, another 1, another 1. O, bilangin natin. So, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 unknowns. So, ilan yung equations that we can generate? 3N. How many N do we have? 1, 2, 3. 3 segments of the beam. So, 3 times 3, that is 9. So, 9 versus 9. So, this structure is statically determinate. Ibig sabihin, kaya mo siyang solvein using equilibrium equation. Bakit? Each of the cut, so kunyari, pwede ka kasi mag-cut sa inch, kaya mo makapag-produce summation moment, summation force horizontal, summation forces vertical. So, kaya mo ma-solve itong problem na to using equilibrium equation. So, let's try to solve this problem. So, pin, so we have 2, tapos hinge, 2 ulit, internal hinge yan, 1, internal hinge 2, 2, and then 3. How many unknowns do we have? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Tama ba? 12? So, yung unknowns natin is 12. So, how many equations can we generate? Computein natin or bilangin natin yung number of rigid members. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then, sorry. Iba pala to. Burahin ko lang isang segment lang ito. So, ito ay 2. Ito ay, burahin ko lang ito ay 3. Ito ay 4. Okay? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Kasi isang segment lang ito. So, 4 times 3, that is also 12. So, this figure is statically determinate. Okay? So, sayang yan sa board exam kung kung marunong kayang mag-solve ng ganyan. Okay? Another example. So, we have a framing system. So, parang beam pa din. So, try natin. So, we have 2. And then, another 2 kasi parehas pin. Tapos, meron kang internal hinge. So, dalawa ulit. So, ngayon, how many unknowns do we have? We have 6. How many equations can we generate? Count the number of rigid members. So, 1 rigid member, second rigid member. So, we have 2 rigid member kasi 1 ito, kasi ito pangalawa. So, 2 times 3, so that is 6. So, this figure is also statically determinate. Okay? So, ngayon, ano naman yung internal stability? Kasi yung kanina pinag-solve natin, that is external stability pa lang. So, yung internal stability is the determination if the structure is unstable or stable internally. So, if R plus Fi is less than 3n, structure is statically unstable externally. Kapag statically unstable and externally, unstable na siya internally. So, you don't need to analyze it further. Ngayon, if R plus Fi is equals to 3n, so sabi natin that is determinate. But, also internally unstable if member reaction are concurrent or parallel or some of the components form a collapsible mechanism. So, ito yung mga statement niya para ma-determine mo yung internal stability. Dapat daw, unstable daw siya kapag yung forces mo ay concurrent. Ano ba yung concurrent? Ibig sabihin, each of the reactions ay magtatamaan sa iisang point. Or parallel lahat ng reaction, or some form a collapsible, or some of the components of the structure form a collapsible mechanism. So, ano-ano nga ba yun? So, let's have an example. So, we have an example here. So, we have a reaction, di ba? Kapag roller, perpendicular to the surface yung reaction. So, may reaction ka papunta dyan, may reaction ka papunta dito, may reaction ka papunta dito. We have 3 unknowns. And then, how many equations can we generate? Isang rigid member lang to. So, 3 times 1, 3 versus 3. This is statically determinate. But, as you can see, all of the reaction ay magtatamaan sa iisang point. That is yung point O. So, ibig sabihin, concurrent siya. Ibig sabihin, even if this is statically determinate, it is internally unstable. So, ibig sabihin, hindi mo pa rin kayang i-design to kasi maaari yang mag-collapse. Ayan, no? Concurrent reactions, note that the reaction at A, B, and C meet at point O, hence this structure is internally unstable. Concurrent forces, no? Okay? So ngayon, punta naman tayo sa another form, yung parallel. So as you can see, we have another 3 rollers. So isang reaction, pangalawang reaction, pangatlong reaction. We have a total of 3 unknowns. And then, how many equations can we generate? So, 1 rigid member. So, again, this is statically determinate externally. But, as you can see, all of the reaction, kailangan all of the reactions are parallel. Therefore, this is internally unstable. Bakit? Kasi pag naglagay ka ng load P dito, maaaring gumulong yan. O, gugulong yan kasi puro roller. Wala kang restriction horizontal. So, nakalagay dito, parallel reactions, note that the beam is not restrained horizontally. Here, when the force P is applied, the summation of forces in horizontal direction is not 0. Okay? So, that is internally unstable due to parallel reaction. So, ngayon, let's try to have some sample problems. So, determine the external and internal stability of structure. Indicate if it is statically unstable, statically determinate, or statically indeterminate. If it is indeterminate, determine the degree of indeterminacy. So, let's try to figure out. So, ngayon, in this figure, we have 2 reactions here. Paganyan. Tas another reaction here. So, ngayon, how many R do we have? That is 3. How many rigid members do we have? That is 1. So ngayon, yung unknown natin is 3, tapos 3 times 1. So basically, this is statically determinate internally. So ayan, statically determinate externally. How about internally? If you take a look at the figure, as you can see, all of the reactions ay magtatamaan sa point B. So kapag nagtamaan yan sa point B, concurrent forces, so therefore, that is internally unstable. So the member is internally unstable since the 3 reactions are concurrent at B. Okay? So ngayon, let's have another problem. So ito, we have 3 reactions pa din. So we have 1. Rocker nga pala to. Yung rocker is just like a roller. Hindi po yan pin ha, baka malito kayo. Okay, Fi is 0, N is 1. So this is statically determinate externally. How about internally? The beam is internally unstable since 3 reactions are parallel. Okay? How about this one? We already solved this one. This is statically indeterminate to the second degree externally. How about internally? Internally, that is unstable. So the beam is internally unstable since it is composed of rigid members AB and BC connected by internal hinge. The beam has a collapsible mechanism at point B. So maaari siyang mag-collapse dito sa point B. Parang gumanon. No? Kasi naka-internal hinge lang siya. So delikado. Okay? So even though that it is indeterminate to the second degree, it is internally unstable. Okay? So ngayon, punta naman tayo sa determinacy of truss. So ngayon, it has different formula but the concept remains the same. Kapag trusses kasi class, yung unknowns mo dyan is not only the reaction, but also the member of each of the truss. So kung ilan yung member ng truss mo, yun din yung unknown mo, plus the reaction. Ngayon, yung 2J dyan, saan naman nanggaling yung 2J? Kasi diba, if you'll remember in your statics, each joint, you can produce 2 equation of equilibrium. Ano yun? Summation forces X, and then summation forces Y. Hindi ka naman pwede mag-summation moment sa method of joints. No? So yan lang yung kaya mong i-produce. So ibig sabihin, if the unknowns is less than the number of equations that you can generate, that is statically unstable. Kapag naman equal yung unknowns mo, that compared to the equations that you can generate, that is statically determinate. Kapag mas malaki yung unknowns mo compare sa equations that you can generate, that is statically indeterminate truss. Okay? Ulitin ko, hindi lang po reaction ang unknown sa truss, pati yung members. So yung members mo, we have one unknown there kasi, for example, we have a single truss here. O, kapag may truss ka, di ba, pag kumukumpute ka dyan ng mga member, isa lang yan kasi axial force lang kine-carry ng truss. It can be either tension or compression. Kaya isa lang yun nandyan. No? So ngayon, together with the reaction, that is the total number of unknowns. The total number of equations that you can generate, each joint, pwede ka makapag-summation forces X, summation forces Y. So therefore, kaya naka 2J yan. So ngayon, yung 2 is the summation forces X, summation forces Y. Okay? So M is the total number of members, R is the total number of external reactions, J is the total number of joints. Ito yung sinasabi ko na hindi mo kailangan i-memorize yung formula. Kailangan mo lang i-memorize yung concept. Okay? So ganun pa din yung internal stability if the truss form a collapsible mechanism, concurrent yung reaction, parallel yung reaction. So ibig sabihin kahit determinate siya or indeterminate siya, that is internally unstable. If one of this component is met, no? Okay? So let's try to solve this problem. So ngayon tingnan natin yung internal tsaka external stability. So again, ang unknowns natin is the reaction plus the members. So we have a roller here, so 1, and then a pin here, so 2. So how many members do we have? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 members. So yung M natin is 19. Yung R natin is 3. For a total of 22. Okay? 22 unknowns. How many equations can we generate? 2J. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 2 times 11, that is 22. Okay? So 22 versus 22. So definitely this thrust is statically determinate externally. How about internally? That is stable kasi it doesn't have concurrent forces. So hindi naman lahat ng forces niya nag-meet sa iisang point. Hindi rin naman lahat ng reaction niya parallel. So hindi rin naman nagpo-form siya ng collapsible mechanism. So this is statically determinate externally and stable. Stable internally. Okay? Let's have another example. Okay? So we have two pins here. So two unknowns. So how many members do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 15 members. So yung R natin is 4. M natin is 15. By the way, bakit hindi ko kinlassify ito as one member? Kasi wala siyang point. Wala siyang joint. Kapag may joint yan, we can classify this as another member. Kapag ganyan, ibig sabihin parang nasa likod lang ito nasa harap. Hindi siya hindi siya connected, no? Kapag ganun yung scenario, so hindi natin maka-classify itong another na to as one member. Okay? So how many unknowns do we have? So we have 19 unknowns. How many equations can we generate? 2J or 2 joints. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9 times 2, that is 18. So yung unknowns natin is 19, yung equations natin is 18. This is statically indeterminate to the first degree. So ngayon, this is external stability. How about internal? Stable internal. It will not form a collapsible mechanism naman. Okay? So ngayon, let's try to solve this problem. So how many reactions do we have? So we have 2, 1. How many members do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 members. Reaction is 3. So ilan to? 14. How many joints do we have? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 times 2, 2J. So ngayon, ito ay 14. So 14 versus 14. So statically determinate externally. Okay? So internally, stable. So stable naman siya. It will not form a collapsible mechanism. No concurrent, no parallel forces, although meron, pero hindi lahat. And it will not form a collapsible mechanism by inspection. Okay? So let's try to solve another. So we have 2 here, and then we have 1 here. So ngayon, how many members do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. So we have 3 reactions. Ulitin natin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Ulitin nga. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 nga. Ulit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 nga. So yung member natin, 13. So ngayon ilan to? 16. Tama. So ngayon, how many joints do we have? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 times 2. So that is also 16. So that is statically determinate externally. How about internally? So internally, that is unstable. Why? Because kapag naglagay tayo ng loading dito, let's say load P, so para siyang babagsak, no? Ito parang gaganon. Luluwa. Parang gaganyan. No? So it may form a collapsible mechanism. So therefore, this is internally unstable. Unstable. Okay? So let's try to solve determinacy of frames naman tayo. So sa frames, ganun lang din. Again, you don't need to memorize the formula, memorize the concept. Ano nga ba yung concept? Dapat yung total number of unknowns must be equivalent to the total number of equations that you can generate. Ngayon, yung unknown sa framing system is 3. So isang member, may 3 unknowns. Ano yung 3 unknowns na yon? So meron kang vertical component, meron kang horizontal component, then meron kang moment. So, meron kang tatlo. So, kaya 3M to yung unknown mo. Plus the reaction. Ngayon, how many equations can we generate? Each joint of a framing system, you can produce 3 equations of equilibrium. Hindi lang summation forces X, hindi lang summation forces Y, but together with X, summation force Y, summation moment. Pwede ka na makapag-moment. And then, you will be having additional equation if you have an EC. Ano ba yung EC natin dyan? Yung EC natin is additional equation per internal hinge. So, mamaya, didiscuss natin. Kapag 4 yung nakakonect sa internal hinge, you will be having an EC is equals to 3. Kapag 3 yung nakakonect sa internal hinge, yung EC mo is equals to 2 o minus 1 lang. Kapag 2 yung nakakonect sa internal hinge mo, EC is equals to 1. Okay? Again, total number of unknowns must be equivalent to the total number of equations that you can generate. Okay? So ngayon, let's try to figure out determinacy of frames. So ilan yung EC natin dito? As you can see, yung internal hinge natin is connected by 3 members. Kapag connected by 3 members, yung EC is equivalent to 3. So bali, 2, sorry. Bali 3, yung connected members minus 2, additional equation ka ng 2. Okay? So let's try to solve this framing system. Okay, how many unknowns based on the reaction do we have? 2. Another 2. And then we have 3 here, and then we have 1 here. So ngayon, how many members do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. By the way, hindi na siya isang member just like what we did in beams, no? Kapag frames, each joint, yan, considered yan as joint. So this can be considered as one member. Okay? So first, figure out natin how many reactions do we have. So we have dalawa. 2 plus 2, 4. Plus 3, 7, plus 1, 8. So we have R is equals to 8. How many members do we have? 5. So 5 times 3, 3M to, di ba? 5 times 3, that is 15. Plus 8, so that is ilan? 23. How many equations can you generate? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 times 3, kasi each joint should contain 3 equations of equilibrium, that is 18. So 23 versus 18, so that is statically indeterminate to the ilan? 23 minus 18, so that is 5. So to the 5th degree, externally. And most of the framing system class is stable. So that is stable. Stable na yan kasi automatic mas maraming unknowns compared to the equations that you can generate. So, kadalasan, most of the time, each framing system is stable internally. Okay? So, let's have another problem. So, ngayon, let's figure out how many reactions do we have. So, we have 1 and then 2. How many members do we have? So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 members. So 6 members, so 3 times 6, so that is 18. And then another 3 based on the reaction. Okay? So how many unknowns do we have? So we have 21. So ngayon, how many equations can we generate? 3J. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. So 6 times 3. So that is 18. So 21 versus 18. So this is statically indeterminate to the to the 3rd degree. Double check lang natin. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 members. So tama lang yan. Statically indeterminate to the 3rd degree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So again, stable yan internally. So okay, another problem. So we have 4 yung reaction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 times 3, that is 18 plus 4. So that is 22. So how many equations can we generate? So bilangin yung joints. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 times 3, 18. This is statically indeterminate to the 4th degree. Okay? 22 versus 18. Okay, let's figure this out. So we have fixed support. So we have 3, 6, 9. 9 yung unknowns mo based on the reaction. And how many members do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sorry. Ulit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10 times 3. So we have 30. Plus 9 based on the reaction, that is 39. 39 number of unknowns. How many equations can we generate? Bilangan yung joints. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9 times 3, that is 27. But we have internal hinges. Dito, dalawa yung nakakonect. So plus 1 ka dito. Dito, tatlo yung nakakonect. So plus 2 ka. Dito, dalawa din, plus 1, dito plus 1. So, plus 1 ka pa ulit dito, plus 1. Okay? So, ngayon, ilan na? So, 27, ayusin ko lang ha. So, bali, magiging, burahin ko lang to. Okay. So, 27 plus 1 based on this internal hinge plus 2 based on this internal hinge kasi tatlo yung nakakonect. Tapos dito, meron kang 1 dyan, meron kang another 1 dito. Okay? So, plus 1 plus 1. Bali ilan ng plus? Plus 5. So, this is 32. So, this figure is statically indeterminate to the 5th degree. 7th degree. Kasi 39 minus 32 is 7. Burahin ko lang. Statically indeterminate to the 7th degree. Okay? So, ngayon, figure out naman natin ito. So, how many reactions do we have? 3, 3, 3. So, 3, 6, 9. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, we have 10 times 3. So, we have 30 plus 9. 39 unknowns. How many equations can we generate? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, 9 times 3, 3j. So, ngayon, ito ay 27. So, wala ka ng internal hinge. So, 39 minus 27. So, that is 12. So, this is statically indeterminate to the 12th degree. Okay? So, ngayon, pwede nating shortcutin pala yan. So, meron tayo ditong frames with closed loop. Ano ibig sabihin kapag may closed loop? Kapag closed loop daw, pwede mo daw hatiin. So, kapag hinati natin to, it will produce 3 unknowns. No? Each of the cut should produce 3 unknowns. And then, we can classify this segment and this segment as one rigid member. Just like what we did in beams. No? Parang beam lang yan. Pwede mo i-cut tapos i-consider mo as beam as long as you will produce 3 unknowns each cut of the beams. Okay? So, kapag ganyan yung scenario, let's say we're going to find the determination of this beam. So, nag-cut tayo, meron siyang closed loop. So, isang loop, tsaka pangalawang loop, kinat natin. So, it will produce 3 unknowns. So, meron kang 3 dito, meron kang 3 dito. And then, how many rigid members do we have? 1, 2. So, yung unknown mo is 9. Saan galing yung 9? Meron kang pin na 2, meron kang roller. So, plus 1. So, bali 3. Plus, nakapag-produce ka ng 3 unknown based on your cutting plane. So, ngayon, your reaction or your unknown must be equivalent to 9. And then, your rigid member must be equivalent to 2. So, bali 9, 2 times 3. So, this is statically indeterminate to the 3rd degree. Okay? So, ganun din dito. Form with closed loop. So, meron kang closed loop. Hinati mo dito. So, ngayon, how many unknowns do we have? 3, 6, 9. Meron kang 3 dito. 12, 15, 18. How many rigid members do you have? 1, 2, and 3. So, ngayon, 3 times 3, that is 9. 18 versus 9, this is statically indeterminate to the 9th degree. So, pwede rin naman gamitin kapag frames with no closed loop as long as you'll be consistent in the concept, no? Kapag kinat natin to, 1, 2, 3. So, how many unknowns do we have? So, we have 1, tatlo dito, 2 dito. So, ilan yan? 3, 6, 9. So, 9 unknowns based on the reactions. 12, 15, 18. How many rigid members do we have? 1, ito hinati mo, 2, ito hinati mo, 3, ito hinati mo. So, 4 rigid members times 2, times 3. So, that is 12. Kasi 3n, di ba? So, ngayon, 12 versus 18. So, this is statically indeterminate to the 6th degree. So, you can use this or you can use the concept or the formula provided earlier based on the determinacy of a framing system. Okay? So, ngayon, paano kapag ganito yung hinahanap? O, pwede mo gamitin yung concept natin kanina. Ano yung concept natin kanina? Hatiin natin. Ayan, hinati ko. Pag sobrang dami na, ang hirap ng bilangin yan, isa-isa. Kaya mas maganda, gamitin natin yung frame with closed loop. Closed loop naman to, so mas maganda. Okay? So ngayon, anong next na gagawin? Computin kung how many yung unknowns based on the reaction. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 15, 18, 21, 24. So 24 yung unknown based on the reaction. Each of the CAD should contain 3 unknowns. So we have 3 here, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So ilan to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 15 times 7. So ilan yan? That is 105. Total mo yan. So that is 129. 129 unknowns. How many equations can we generate? Find the total number of rigid members. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8. So 8 times 3, kasi 3n. So ilan yan? That is 24. So, 24 versus 129. So, this is statically indeterminate to the 105th degree. Kasi 129 minus 24. Okay? So, ganun lang. Actually, we have another method for this one. Buburahin ko muna lahat. Tapos, let's try to solve this using another method. So, again, statically indeterminate siya to the 105th degree, no? Okay, yung another method na sinasabi ko is only valid if we have a closed loop, tapos lahat ng support condition mo sa baba ay puro fixed. So, paano ba yun? So, ito, di ba lahat yan closed loop, tapos puro fixed yung nasa baba. Ang gagawin mo lang, bibilangin mo lang yung number of hook or yung loop, multiply mo sa 3. Kasi unang tingin mo pa lang dyan, indeterminate na yan. So, bilangin mo yung total number of loop, and then i-multiply mo sa 3. Yun na yung total number of degree of indeterminacy. So, paano yun? So, bilangin natin. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Meron kang 5 total number of loop sa isang hilera. So, ilang hilera ba to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, 5 times 7, so we have 35 number of loops. And then, i-multiply mo lang sa 3, yan na yung degree of indeterminacy mo. O, try natin, multiply natin sa 3. So, that is 105. O, di ba yan yung nakuha natin kanina? Statically indeterminate to the 105th degree. Unang tingin mo pa lang kasi, indeterminate na yan. Ngayon, bibilangin mo na lang yung loop, multiply mo sa 3, yun na yung degree of indeterminacy. Okay? So, para mapatunayan ko na gumagana ito, again that this is only valid if the support condition at the bottom is fixed. Kapag pin o roller yan, di yan gagana. Para mapatunayan ko kung tama yan, let's try to solve this using this figure. So ngayon, how many loops do we have? So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 loops. So 4 times 3, statically indeterminate to the 12 degree. O tama, di ba? O ganun lang. O mas maraming unknowns na bibilangin mo in a structure. Okay? So basically, that's it. So hopefully you do understand the determinacy. Again, this is important. This is present in the board exam. Sayang naman yung points na makukuha nyo kung mamali pa kayo dito pa lang. Okay? If you do have questions, please comment it out on the comment section. Ngayon, again, just understand, you don't need to memorize the formula that I presented here. Understand that the total number of equations, kailangan mong i-compare yon sa total number of unknowns that is present on the structure. Kapag equal, determinate. Kapag mas marami yung unknown compared to the equation, indeterminate. Kapag mas marami yung equation compared to the unknowns, that is unstable. And then the equations that I'm talking about is the equation of equilibrium. That is summation forces x, summation forces y, and then summation moment. Hopefully, you understand everything what I said here. Kapag naguguluhan, pwedeng mag-comment. Okay? So, okay, goodbye and see you on the next video.